What's so good about the good news of Jesus Christ? I want to draw your attention to a passage that Jesus spoke at the very beginning of his ministry when he said in Luke chapter 4, verse 18, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to set free those who are downtrodden, to proclaim the favorable year of the Lord." There is so much good in the good news. Jesus has come, anointed by God the Father, full of the Spirit, to preach and proclaim the good news to the poor, to those who are impoverished in spirit, to those who are without hope, without help, without the means to save themselves. Jesus has come to tell them good news has come. You are going to be set free. And it's not just to the helpless that he speaks, but it is to those who are captive, those who are enslaved. Jesus has come to proclaim release, liberty, freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from sin. The Bible is clear that we are all slaves of sin, doing what our desires and our internal fleshly wants want. But Jesus has come to set us free from that. By his death and resurrection, Jesus sets us free from our sins. And so the good news of the gospel is that there is hope for those who are helpless, and there is freedom for those who are enslaved to their sins. But he also preaches the recovery of sight to the blind. We stumble around in the darkness, not knowing where to go and what to do and what path to take and who to trust and who to follow and how we're going to find God and how we're going to find peace. But Jesus comes and he opens our eyes. He shows us his glory. He shows us his beauty. He shows us his truthfulness. He shows us his authenticity. He shows us that he is God and there is no other. He opens our eyes so that we can see and understand and believe and experience forgiveness and life eternal. He comes to set free those who are downtrodden, those who are beaten down, who are weary, who just can't take another step. Jesus comes to bring peace. He comes to give rest. He comes to set us free. He comes to proclaim the favorable year of the Lord. He comes to announce that today is the day of salvation. Today is the day of God's grace. Today is the day in which God is coming to sinners and taking you out of darkness and bringing you into the land of endless joy. Do you know Christ? Have you experienced Christ? Do you feel impoverished and helpless? Do you feel enslaved to those addictions and those habits and those actions that you do that only bring shame and misery to your soul? Do you feel like one who is blind, stumbling around in the dark, not knowing what to do and where to go? Are you downtrodden, defeated, discouraged, and depressed? The favorable year of the Lord has arrived in Jesus Christ. Look to Jesus and be saved.